A wife comes holding her baby and says to her husband, "Aren't you going to work?" The husband, calmly eating, replies, "I'm eating right now." Suddenly, the wife throws the food on his head. Shocked, he asks, "Why are you doing this?" She says, "Hurry up and go to work. I don't want this poor life anymore." The husband stands up and tries to comfort her, but she slaps him. "Go to work," she yells. "I'm tired of this life." The husband leaves the house quietly. She then looks at her older son and says, "Why are you just sitting? Go pick up your little brother." The boy replies, "Mom, I'm eating." She hands him the baby anyway and says, "I have many things to do." At work, the husband gets a strong electric shock and falls unconscious. Meanwhile, at home, the mother is busy on her phone. The son walks up and says, "Mom, the baby is crying. I'm tired of taking care of him." She takes the baby from him and places him on the cold floor. The son says, "Mom, the floor is too cold for him." Just then, her phone rings. It's a call informing her that her husband had an accident. The son asks, "What happened?" She says, "Your dad had an accident, but I can't go to the hospital now," and hangs up. "But he's our dad." The boy cries. She shouts back, "Don't tell me what to do. I have to go to a party." The boy asks, "Who will take care of dad?" She coldly replies, "Let him take care of himself," and leaves. Later, a worker from the company brings the injured husband back home. The father thanks him. The worker asks, "Strange, your wife didn't come to see you?" The man quietly says, "Maybe she was busy taking care of the kids." But just then the wife walks in, drunk. She sees her husband and says, "Where are your legs?" The worker explains that he was electrocuted. The husband, hurt, asks, "You went partying instead of coming to see me?" She replies, "What do you want me to do now? Stay with a man like this?" He asks where the kids are. She says, "At home, maybe?" The worker gives some money to the husband. The wife grabs it quickly and laughs. "You got this much just for losing your legs? Maybe if you lose your arms too, we'll get more." The husband says, "This isn't funny." She says, "You still have to work. I want a good life," and goes inside to see. The son says, "Mom is back." She pushes the baby away and lies on the sofa. The father tells the boy to bring him the baby. Then the mother leaves again, going shopping with all the money. The husband says, "Who will get the food and medicine?" She replies, "That's not my problem." The husband says, "You're so cruel." She smiles and calls her boyfriend, saying, "Now I'll live with you." The husband hears it and asks, "You're cheating on me?" She says, "Yes, you can't work anymore and I want a better life." He begs her to think of the kids. She says, "Keep them. I don't care." He says, "They're your kids too," but she walks away. Later, the husband, feeling broken, goes to drink poison, but he stops and says, "No, my kids need me." He takes them out to ask for help. Some people insult him. The father apologizes to his son. Then a kind man arrives. "I want to hear your story," he says. After listening, he says, "You're a good father. I'll give you a job." But when they go to the office, they see the wife. She lies and says she doesn't know them. The boss is shocked. Later, he confronts her and she says, "They're not my kids." People hear everything. He says, "I don't want to see you again." She runs after him, falls on the road, and gets hit by a car. In the end, the man gives the father a job. One day, he sees his wife in a wheelchair. She begs him to take her back. He says, "This is your punishment." She cries. The husband walks away with the children. When you do bad to others, it always comes back to you. If you want to watch more videos like this, then like, comment, share, and subscribe, and click the bell icon.